Oh, greetings. All right. So this is like 11:15. So it's probably this internet here sucks. So I probably might upload at midnight. We'll see. All right. So answering some questions. Finally got to that. Energy just not been the best recently. So I'm gonna be traveling around on the weekends for a little bit this month. Just clearing out stuff. Did some theme park connections. Um, I might do one more, just not today, not this. Not, I don't want to give anything away right now, but it's not that big of a deal. So today's broadcast is okay. We're going to this real quick. For those new to all this, I'm Tone.com. We're at prior sessions. This is scheduler, where you don't have to schedule. You can use this option. One head channel would be bizarre. You have Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. And yeah, well, whenever the internet feels like to work, okay, well. And delivery, I'm on December 31st right now. Or for some of those it might be a little bit. I'm on December 31st, give you an idea of that. Those will be answered tomorrow. Same situation here. Our channels and heroes do recommend. I think this is it. Social network and awesomeness. All right, thank you for your support. Oh, we're not done yet. So we have a crisis going on with the British rednecks. Harry and Meghan, I guess they do a little hiatus, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Oh, that's I jumped ahead on that one. So yeah, everybody's kind of it's like the sinking ship. Why do they get the blame? I mean, the thing is that we're all going to have to deal with being in the media all the time now because they need a job and they live a life of luxury and they have all that security. And the monarchy is pretty much on it's sinking, and they're the first to jump ship basically. After the queen dies, the whole thing is never going to be the same again. So I don't know, are they throwing dirt in her eye? Kind of, but they're not getting along with anybody anyway. So they're kind of jet setters. So yes, it's hilarious. I mean, to be in that position, and they're technically selling themselves out, but isn't that what the monarchy is all about anyway? I mean, I guess they could have stayed, but they're too into the Hollywood and all that. That's why he married a Hollywood actress, because he likes being in the spotlight himself. So it all makes sense why, he can technically stay, and he just likes to, it's gonna be. He's like the new version of the Kardashians. Basically, this is the British version of it. It's gonna be in Canada though. So God help Canada. Pretty much, they're just a bunch of British rednecks when it comes down to it. There's the Queen being, you know what? They're worried about this whole thing Iran shooting down stuff. Dude, the Queen driving around her own car has got to be freaking more messed up than anything else. That's freaking hilarious. How many people has she ran over? It's like shit. She's almost 1,000 years old. It's like shit. Does she look like she knows what the hell she's doing? I mean, what yeah, see? Yeah. Everybody run for your lives. She doesn't have I don't think she has a driver's license because she's queen, so she can run over whoever the hell she wants and get away with it. It's just too damn funny. Oh, jeez. That's what she's going to be known for. Yeah, looking good over there. And chose the thug life chose me. Yeah, there you go. That'll make things better. I'm not sure what we're gonna. The subject matter of this, I'm not sure what is we're heading towards. Place of this recording. Iran, I don't think the Ayatollah is going to step down. Let's see here. Yeah, they're going to be yelling at each other for a while, but that's not going to cause World War III if they're yelling at each other. They're just pissed at each other. That's all. Let's see Iraq. What's going on with Iraq? Obviously there's a lot of cover-ups going on. We're never going to get the full story. But this whole there's a lot of things they're just not telling us, and the media, even the media, I don't think the media truly knows. It's all about. I feel like it's all about money in the long run. Money being moved around. You say some of the shadow governments has some involvement too, but obviously, but it has to do with a lot of money situation. What did I get myself into? Yeah, it's just it's all about money in the long run. It is a lot of skirmishes, but yeah, see, yeah. U.S. warns Iraq risks losing access to key bank account if troops told to leave. Yeah, I believe this is all money connected in the long run. Shadow money, whatever you want to call it, it's all. Oh, wasn't that nice? It's all that's the main thing. So yeah, so I think this whole thing is going to blow over. I mean, it's not going to blow over, but I mean, it's still going to be yelling at each other for quite a while. But they might have some military movement here and there. It's hard to say where that's going to go. That's all up in the air. Anybody can shoot anybody. It's hard to predict stuff like that. But I think it's going to be pretty quiet overall, and it's just going to be in the news. The news is going to beat it to death because the news has nothing better to do. God, I mean, if there's anything, the problem is the news. It's just a propaganda machine. God, I mean, they create wars, they create stuff, they create problems, they create everything just to justify their existence. So, let's see what we got here. What kind of nonsense we have here. I don't really care about any of this actually, but what is a propaganda machine saying? What does the Queen have to say about all this? She doesn't give a shit. Everything's going good over there. Well, sort of. Protests in Iran. Yeah, so you're going to have skirmishes more like that. So that's about it. And the monarchy is a sign of the times. It's not going to crash anytime soon. After the Queen steps down or quits or whatever she plans on doing, moving to Mars, whatever it is she plans on doing, the monarchy will never be the same again. I think that's what they're all worried about. And these two clowns, it's freaking hilarious. I mean, they can take it more seriously, but they don't want to be involved with it. They're too much of they're jet setters. They like the publicity. They like that. Like knowing all these Hollywood people, and that's one of the reasons why he married somebody that was an actress. It makes sense. Why not, right? If you're in the theater, he likes the attention. So he's almost being raised by society. It's like it takes a village to raise a kid or something like that, or wherever that word is. It's kind of like that. So, or is it take a village or raise an idiot? Is that the word I give it? Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's pretty much that's what I see there. Yeah, I think Iran's just going to calm down. There's going to be yelling, and there might be missile shots, stuff like that. But the military is pretty much over there for doing nothing. There might be a little stuff here and there that can make broadcasts, but they're going to have a presence there for a while. That's for sure. Well, they got nothing better. They're like Fox News and CNN. They got nothing better to do. So they'll probably just be there for a long time. So justify their existence. There's probably going to be, once again, money being moved around somehow. Iraqi money, something like that. Iraq could have been doing something they shouldn't have been doing also, which is no surprise there. Some kind of illegal activity is going there, and it got called out. There's something there along those lines. It's Iraq. What do you expect? So yeah, there's just, you're never going to really know, but there is a lot of shadow stuff going on behind the scenes that we're just not going to get. Maybe the Queen should get in her car and just go over there and tell everyone to chill the hell out. Send Harry and his actress wife over there to, calm the waters. Yeah, go look on that. Shit. All right. Let's see here. Alien connections. Let's see if anybody comes through. I feel Syrian energies, as mentioned, told to talk about, or asked to talk about dolphin energies. Yeah, they are higher dimension. They're high consciousness, depending on how you look at it. They give you another perspective of higher dimensional beings. I already did during the radio show. I went to that, but yeah, spirit world is not always what it's cracked up to be. Even the aliens aren't what they're cracked up to be. As I was going to title this more like, are the aliens really going to save us, or can they save themselves? How many of them fought? Yeah, they might be able to do amazing things, but do they have the maturity of an 8-year-old or 5-year-old? That I'm doing I'm gonna have an announcement soon about something else I'm working on. I have the graphic novel, and I forgot to post it anyway. You can find a link down below if you're interested in something like that. That's in the works slowly, but also a subject matter came up about this world is one of its main things is here to mature souls. You can have a higher dimensional being, knows all this stuff. Yeah, Einstein, all that stuff. It has the maturity of a 2-year-old. If things don't go their way, they're on the ground crying and they can't get over it, and they're crying for 5 years or whatever the hell it is. And I even know somebody like that. So, being at the higher dimensions isn't what's cracked up to be. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you bring them down to Hell Pit planet, can they handle it? If they go to the fast food restaurant and then they get their order wrong, are they going to explode? Can quantum physics save them? It's like, no. I'm being serious. The higher dimension beings, as wonderful as they might be, they can connect, they can build all kinds of cities and shit like that. But, that's the necessity of this planet. Of course, this world, we have a long time to go to the fourth dimension. It's like we went from Atlantis down into the gutter. We went up a little bit during the medieval times, and we went back down into the gutter, and then we became, even during the 1920s, a lot of those people were very strong people. And they were, they're just strong. They're just strong. And look at our society, is like, is it that strong? Yes and no. We have more alien people coming here that never been through something like that and don't know. They're not here for that. They're here to evolve the society, move us up to higher dimensional energies. And just bring in, I can say, new problems, higher dimensional problems. If you have a 12-dimensional being that can talk about spaceships putting together overnight, and his girlfriend broke up with him, he's crying for like 8 years, and they knew each other for like a week. So they dated for a week, they broke up, he's crying for 20 years later. So some of these higher dimensional beings, I believe it. Some of these higher dimensional beings are fucked up. So yeah, they're not what they're cracked up to be. They're disconnected. Look at Hollywood, look at Washington. They're all disconnected. They like live in a bubble. Don't you think that? I mean, yeah. And some of these channelers are like cult leaders. They have that mentality too. I'm not gonna mention names, but they do have that mentality. If you're not with us, you're against us. If you're not listening to all the bullshit I'm blowing up your ass, you just don't know what you're doing. You don't have to be a channel, or you're nobody. You're just a joke. That's pretty much the energy I got from them. There's only a couple are like that, but that's a good way of looking at things. To have a narrow-minded way of looking at life. Yeah, if they look like a cult leader, they sound like a cult leader, they're probably a cult leader. I can name names, but yeah, and there is one group for sure that is worshiping an alien energy, which is kind of gross, but I might get involved with that. I already did. Didn't go so good. Yeah, so it's alien worship going on, and we're just going into a whole new land of strangeness. It's going to get more bizarre from now on. We're already seeing versions of it. It's going to get more weird. I know people want this fourth dimension. It's like, you sure about that? It's all fucked up. It's like, yeah, you have all these aliens coming down. They start showing themselves to find out they're more screwed up than we are. You'd be surprised. They might not have the problems we have, but it does not mean that they don't have issues. And they do. It just, obviously they don't like talking about it, but they can help us in a lot of ways. But we're the ones that are in the hell planet, going within ourselves, seeing our difficulties and all that, and they're living that shiny life of flying around a spaceship and doing whatever it might be. But it's even the Zetas have their own issues too, obviously. I think the Zetas even are disconnected in a lot of ways, because they don't really connect with us for various reasons. Yeah, the Zetas look like they've just been in the sun for a real long time. I mean, a long time. It's like, yeah, I've been through a few too many nuclear blasts and survived it. I think the cockroaches made it through better than they did. So, but either way, everybody has a purpose. They're trying to learn from. Everyone has their own point of view of them. There's different realities where they have different versions of Earth, and not all of them are like that. The Zetas I'm connected to are just connected to the Black projects. Basically, they're trying to learn, depending on which one you're talking about. They're all different, but a lot of them are trying to learn more emotion through us. So they do that. They give us technologies. Of course, they abduct the shit out of us, but whatever. More power. Take whatever you want. Just take them all. Fuck. Take them all. You can have them. Take Harry and his new, yeah, take them both. Take boy, this world would be a better place. They took all that away. That'd be good. They're not doing that, but I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for the royal family. They can have that. Anyway, they're not going to do that. Nice that they did though. Let's see here. Yeah, so four-dimensional idea systems, four-dimensional, transgender energies, different. Yeah, that stuff's all going to start coming more into our environment. Just to let, I mean, they already see that in the drag queens. That's a lot of alien stuff there. So that's another form of disclosure. We're just going to a different, throughout this year is basically this is like an alien year. Um, it might sound fun, but is it? It's like I'm not to say where we've been has been that great, but I mean, it's like you don't have to take crystal meth; you're gonna live it. It's like that's a different world there. Yeah, because a lot of them are high on that shit. That's their reality. They're not they're not smoking it all. It's just their world. So they're high on life. This I mean I did a meditation ages ago, 2011, when I had my awakening. I went to the spirit world for a little bit. I felt like everybody was on cocaine because that was just the reality. Everybody was high. It makes sense. So you have alien beings that are high on life too. You know, I mean, yeah, that's great and everything. That's how they can do what they can do, and that's what we're going to get more of a taste of. It's like you don't have to do cocaine; you just feel their energies, and like you end up on cocaine. You just have to be around them, and you just feel it, and it can be overwhelming. Yeah, like I said, this whole fourth dimension thing, the new Earth, might be what it's not cracked up to be. When you're transitioning from the gutter to, I'm not sure if that's. I mean, if you're around people that are high and all that shit, is it really that great? It might have some good sides to it, but some of it sucks. I don't think it's much different from them either. I mean, yeah, they can teleport easily. I mean, some people are just absolutely in love with aliens. They can do no wrong, and that's more power to you. I mean, if you want to live in fantasy land, go for it. There is a positive side of them. There's also a screwed up side of them. I mean, that's why this world exists. All these alien groups can't get along with each other. That's why we're here. You know, they're all screwed up. Uh, However, that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. That was the other thing that came through. I think it was the early channeling today. A lot of alien, a couple of things actually. A lot of alien groups that helped create our world are no longer in existence. I imagine that's been thought of here and there, but I never had it come through a channeling like that before. They didn't say who it was, but it said there are no, not all alien beings know about all of them. They didn't go. They really did not go into any details. But yeah, which makes sense. Like you can, it's like a lot of these aliens and people, like a therapist, they can help everybody. They can't help themselves. Same to do with aliens. They can create a society like this. They can't live in it. They can create all this nice stuff, but they'd be damned if they can be a part of this. Of course, they incarnate in it. They're probably on the ground doing cocaine all day long. So yeah, it's like they can create these societies, but they'd be damned if they want to be a part of it. Same with Anunnaki, same with all of them. The truth, like I said, I believe the truth is some things about the alien groups that people don't want to hear. They want to say they're all great and wonderful and everything's going to be fun. We're flying around in spaceships. We're going to look at the sun. Hey, sun, how's it going? And it's like, I mean, yeah, there's parts of that are good, but there's a full fucked up side about them too that's not being mentioned. Some alien beings like to be worshipped by humans. And they might say, oh, we don't like that bullshit. They'll have them enjoy the shit out of it. So some of them don't, but I believe a lot of them do. Just the way it is. So, and they program the humans to do it. And then they say they didn't, but they actually did. So, yeah, we were so fucked with by it. So, yeah, because I believe a lot of these alien groups, they did stuff to us, DNA wise, and then they took off. And then other aliens are calling them out on it. Say, hey, what'd you guys do to us humans? Like, oh, we didn't do shit. What the fuck are you talking about? And they're all, and they come back here and we're worshiping them, we're kissing their ass. Like, oh, this, oh yeah, this is. They're just these people are fucked up. it's like, well, you guys messed with them, didn't you? It's like, yeah. So, same thing to do like with the Arab world, how women are treated in the Arab world. There's a lot of manipulation there from a lot of alien beings, especially Obviously alien beings that do not like the feminine energy. That's for damn sure. It took it to a whole new level. There's a lot. It's not just reptilian. There's other. I don't want to. Martians, one of them. I mean, there's Syrian, but I think Martians more of a part of that, because some of them just want to wipe out the female race altogether. Obviously, that didn't happen, but man, I tell you, it's just the rules that because if humans have free will, so they kept the laws of manipulation over the females. Obviously, there's more to it. Yeah, they took it to the extreme, and jeez, it's like the whole planet's like an extremist planet. So, all right, I'm not sure if any of this is helpful to anybody, but like I said, because some people give their power to the aliens, you gotta be careful with that. I mean, obviously, you need assistance from the aliens. If you know these aliens are cool, that's one thing. But if you give your power to them, it's like something strange about that. Well, you weren't eventually. Yeah, especially you get abducted and say, "Oh, these aliens are okay." Wait, the fuck, they're all fucked up. So, yeah. So, I mean, there's some. I mean, I know a manipulator I've recently met, and aliens can do the same thing. Is put on this persona that they're great and wonderful, and you find out they're just a piece of shit. So, just the way it is. So, all right, we'll see what we get here. Blessings. Here we go. Greetings, we got Syrians. Your Jupiter is a place of healing, a place of enlightenment, a place of new beginnings on your earth. As a lot of medical treatments are on Jupiter of how to heal a world. It's like a gas planet at this time. But there's much more to it than that. As the planets around yours are continuing your existence here, but also as if we don't want to look at, it's all how you look at it, but it's almost like your disaster relief. We're there if everything goes wrong on your world. So all the planets are prepared, they're watching over you. Many of those planets go through a lot of difficulties like your Middle East, but nothing like your world. Now, your world is going into a time of less war. And you're getting more of an idea of how our planets operate because we have difficulties, but nothing like yours. So it's a less of a war mentality. There are war planets, of course. Mars is one of them. Even Mars is so connected to your planet's energy, it cannot be removed. Many beings wanted to remove it because it's just a troublemaker. But once they seeded on your planet and reproduced, there was nothing no one could do. And humanity just chose to be a part of it. So Martian DNA is part of society as other beings. Not that alien beings are here to stop the seeding of your world, but when a human, why you have so much DNA is that many alien beings just did whatever they felt like. And once it was done, it was just basically reorganized but not removed. It was a necessity. This is why some of you are in good health, some of you are in bad health, some race of DNA. Not everybody's the same as you see. Some can handle a great deal, some can't handle anything. It's because alien beings came, so you're not all 100% alike. You're human, but your DNA, your individual DNA is a little bit different. Because some alien beings change a certain race of people to be one way, and other races. Like your Africans are very good at sports. So they got that DNA of basically endurance, but others have more of an intellectual connection in a certain way, but their bodies are pale and weak. So just to give you an example on that. Now, not to say not everyone can connect to higher dimensions of intellectual. You can. It's just when you're in a world like this, you all have different tasks. And to have all the tasks in one can drive you crazy. Like, yes, you can play basketball, but also you can do quantum physics in your bathroom, on a Saturday night and just crank out quantum physics and read a bunch of. I mean, some might be able to do that, but for the overall, not everyone's doing that. There might be some that would be capable of that feat, but for the most part, the collective, it's like a lot of why sports is on your world is to relax the mind, relax the soul. It's just to have fun, and you have it in an entertainment form. Which, yes, some of these players get paid a lot, but it's only it's just to continue because the reason for the pay is just that it's almost if these sports individuals are your footballs, your soccers, your everything's. It's there for just relaxing humans as they are there. They are with that person in the physical in the astral. As you kick that ball, many others are with you helping you kick that ball. So the sports person, athlete, is channeling. He's channeling to win, to lose, whatever it might be. So you might see a sports individual, see all these souls around them working through them. So for good or for worse, some are there to stop them, some are there to help them. So astral energies are eventually we'll see how your human consciousness truly works. Your stock market, yes, is Anunnaki, but a lot of that's just gambling. Your stock market is just it runs your economy, your society. So there's a lot of archon energies there too, of wealth of various reasons that are not that important at this time. Romance, relationship energies. Many souls come here basically to find out more about themselves. So why you get in a certain relationship is I want to learn about who I am. So you open each other up. Some open up more than others, but that is the key reason for a relationship is to grow. Yes, it might seem obvious when we say it, but experiencing it, some don't even understand it. That's why some relationships come and go. Some it's like we could have opened ourselves up, but you decided not to because you're afraid to open yourself up. Some are just not willing to share who they are. Because learning is sharing who you are. It doesn't know every detail, but the more and it's a healing process too. You heal together, you grow together, and then when you hit a peak of we've learned everything we're here to learn from each other, we're kind of bored of each other, then you disconnect. But it doesn't mean you disconnect fully. But some do for various reasons. And no relationship's the same, of course. Some connect just to not even grow and just to drive you so nuts. That's a certain different type of growth. Some are there to stop someone's growth, but they have a physical connection, but the physical only lasts so long. So there's different various connections, of course. But for the most part, it is there to open your souls up, learn more, grow to a higher peak of you, and where you want to go, that is up to you. Everyone operates on a different density level. And when you meet that person, this is why people would say that attraction is looks. Yes, but there's also more to it than that. It's like that person can help me figure myself out, help myself really grow. Attractiveness isn't physical, but it's also in the mental. It is there. Some might not see it, but it is there. Some just feel it's all just a physical. I'm just in love with that person's looks, but it's a person's energy. It's just a familiar energy for some. For others, just if it's not a familiar energy, it's an energy of basically I can just connect with this person and just become a better person. And that right there is drugs. That is a drug energy of I can improve myself, I can grow, learn, and that is an attraction that is better than any cocaine or any of that too. It's just a life partner energy that can become addictive, yes. And now, was that person one to be addicted to them is a whole other story. so, so, yeah, think of as cocaine as a drug, as basically have a relationship with that drug, but think of it as a person. And that person, because people can be addicted to other people, of course. It's what they can. It's not just what they can learn from themselves. Is that where your energy's together, where you can learn together. And not everybody's on board for that, as many of you know. So, that's